One day I was watching this video of this TEDx speaker by the name of Jake Tyler. And he was giving a speech about his depression and how he lives with it, right? And there was something he said that really resonated with me. It was so simple, but yet so undoubtedly true. And I think a lot of you who suffer from an invisible illness will be able to relate to this as well. He said,
when you get really convincing at pretending that you're okay, people just assume you are. Much like a lot of you thought there was nothing wrong with me when I first came out here.
yo, if that's not the story of my life, son? What's good, peeps? It's your boy Hes Pete bringing you another dosage of positive vibes. First off, I gotta give a huge shout out to all the new subscribers so far. I truly appreciate the love. The Positive Vibes family is steady growing. And if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed yet, then please hit that subscribe button and join the family, baby. Alright, let's move on with the video. So for those of you who suffer from an invisible illness, don't you just hate when people say you look fine, especially after you just finished explaining how you don't feel fine? When some of my family members and friends finally found out that I had IBS, some of them would still say I look fine, almost as if to insinuate that because I don't physically look sick or disabled, how could I possibly be suffering from a chronic condition? Like, some people cannot fathom that idea. They really can't rationalize that the way a person looks on the outside doesn't necessarily define how they feel on the inside. That's the misconception here, fam, that in order to be sick, you have to look sick. That's just not true, peeps. Not at all. Don't get me wrong. I know some people mean well when they say I look fine, even though I'm not. What they're trying to say is that I'm doing a really good job at hiding my pain and making it through the day. I guess I can appreciate that they recognize I'm a fighter and that I'm willing to do my best to enjoy my life despite the debilitating condition I'm struggling with. But then there are others who say I look fine in such a way that makes me feel like I'm lying about what I go through. Or that what I go through must not be that bad because I don't look physically disabled or incapable. I mean, come on. I just finished telling you my butthole's on fire, my stomach hurts like a mofo, and the toilet keeps calling my name. And on top of that, I also deal with depression and anxiety, which I normally like to deal with and keep to myself. And yet you want to sit there and tell me, and despite everything I just said, that I look fine. Psst, why I oughta? Unless they're dealing with IBS themselves, no one is ever truly going to understand what I deal with on a daily basis. So even though I look fine to others, I don't always feel fine. So just because you don't see it doesn't mean it isn't real for me. So here's an actual example that happened to me recently, right? For the first time in a long time, and I'm talking years, I finally saw a doctor. Now, I've been avoiding doctors for a long time now because I've never really had a good experience with them in my past. But nonetheless, I finally felt like I had to go this time because, honestly, the pain was really becoming too unbearable and I was getting kind of paranoid, right? And see, that's the thing about IBS. Sometimes the flare-ups will be so powerful and so consistent that it'll make you feel like it's a lot worse than it possibly is. So, I finally gave in to the pain and I had to see a doctor about it. Anyway, so I finally meet this new doctor who I've never met before. And at first, she was kind of nice and polite. But when I finally got to describing how my IBS affects me, for instance, I was telling her how my condition causes so much stomach pain, how it frequently sends me to the bathroom, how I hardly ever go out in public because of it, and how I have to work from home because of how severe my condition is. And before I could even finish what I was saying, she interrupted me and said, "But you look fine to me." Mind you, this is the first time she's meeting me, so she hasn't run any tests on me yet, hasn't even seen any of my medical history, and so she decides to make a determination by using her two eyeballs and faulty intuition? Pfft, get out of here. And she just kept saying that over and over again throughout my whole visit. I mean, there's just some things that a doctor shouldn't say to a patient because it diminishes what they deal with on a daily basis. I mean, that's just basic doctor-patient relationship 101. But honestly, that's a struggle I might have to live with for the rest of my life. I don't mean the doctor-patient relationship struggle. Hopefully one day I'll find a really good doctor who's really willing to listen to my concerns and take them into consideration. But the struggle I'm talking about is having to go about everyday life while everyone else thinks you look fine, when you really don't feel that way at all. And because of the social stigma surrounding the topic of poop, stomach pain, depression, and anxiety, of course I'm not going to be completely open about what I deal with just anyone I come across paths with. I'm not going to tell a stranger or someone I'm not really comfortable with like, hey, I'm Hes P, and I wake up at the crack of dawn every morning with crazy intense stomach pain and an urgent need to use a toilet. I also usually just stay home most of the time because, well, I'm afraid I might shit my pants at the most inconvenient moment. So, how's your life going? I'm not going to do that. That's just too awkward and too negative. And that's not something you usually open up about until you feel you can trust the other person enough. So I don't blame everyone who says I look fine. Just the ones who I know are being insulting to my daily struggles. And like Jake Tyler said, when you get really convincing at pretending you're okay, people just assume you are. But see, I don't just pretend. I do make it a point to stay on top of my health, to try to be happy, and to push through no matter how bad the pain is. I'm Mr. Positive Vibes, baby. So yeah, others will assume everything is okay with me because I do a good job at not just hiding my pain, but persisting through it. And that's the real point of this whole video. It's pushing beyond all adversity. And after all of these years of living with IBS, an invisible, debilitating illness, I'm getting a lot better at not caring so much about what others think of me and my condition. As long as I stay focused on my health, both mentally and physically, as long as I don't compare myself to other people and not feel guilty about my condition, then that's part of what will help me lead a happy lifestyle. And that's my recommendation to all of you suffering from something that no one else can see. Don't let other people's thoughts put you down. And don't let your illness put you down. If you persist through the obstacles at your own pace, then I promise you'll gain a better handle at managing and accepting what you go through. Because that means you're your own competition. And you don't have to worry about comparing your health or success to anyone else. Well, alright peeps, that's it for the video. Please hit that like button, share this video, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I know you want to join the Positive Vibes family, baby. Come on. Hit that subscribe button, baby. Come on. Come on. I know you want to do it. Alright, y'all. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And remember, be surrounded by nothing but positive vibes. Peace.